to the second part of my diagnosis video. This video is gonna be in 3 parts. It's recorded on 3 different days, so please bear with me. I kept forgetting, so I had to record again, and then I did a long segment and it just didn't record, so I'm gonna record it now. Now to my main diagnosis, myalgic encephalomyelitis. Yay! I did say it correctly! ME is a disease without a known cause and without a known effective treatment. The main symptom of ME is PEM, post-exertional malaise. As the name indicates, PEM is malaise following exertion. Yes, it's very logical. So malaise is kind of funny symptom. Malaise is just means generally feeling ill. So the body notices that somewhere in here, something is wrong here. Hello, something is wrong. I'm telling you something is wrong. Something is wrong. But it doesn't know what's wrong. So it just keeps sending these general sickness symptoms. So for me, PEM mainly is getting sick. I get flu-like symptoms. I get pain everywhere. My nose gets stuffed. My throat gets swollen and red. My chest starts hurting. I start coughing. I'm coughing up phlegm or a dry cough. I have to blow my nose all the time. Just general sickness indicators. Just there's no virus and there is no bacteria. My CRP is normal, but my body keeps telling me, hello, 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 there's something wrong, hello, something is wrong, hello. Yeah, that's my body. This part, as I said, is called post-exertional malaise. So there's an exertion here in the middle. And when I exert myself, I get sick. But exertion isn't exercise. Well, it can be exercise, but it's not only that. Exertion is everything that demands something of me. So I categorize this as mental exertions, which is reading a book, studying, working, and then there are physical exertion, which would be exercising, but I never exercise, but walking, standing, sitting. Everything that demands me moving my body can be very tiring. And then there are emotional exertion, which is feelings. Strong feelings make me tired. And I would say strong happy feelings. If I'm very happy, I get sick afterwards. And if I'm very sad, I also get sick afterwards. And then there is social exertion. The social exertion makes me tired when I'm social, as you probably guessed. And that is if I'm with someone, like I'll meet a friend for a coffee. I can only do it for a limited time period, or I'll get sick afterwards. Or if I have to be in a situation where there's a lot of people, that is very tiring for me, and I get sick afterwards. In 2015, the National Institute of Health in the US stated that ME is a serious multisystemic biological disease, and they suggested that it change its name to SEID, Systemic Exertion Intolerance Disease. Next symptom, I have vision problems, which is generally problems with my eyes. So I am quite nearsighted, and I've always been quite nearsighted. But after I got sick, this started progressing faster. I also got double vision. That one's new.
This is a photo that I took of A Handmaid's Tale. This illustrates quite well my double vision. My double vision is around the things that I see, so everything in the center of what I'm looking at will be clear, but on the outskirts it will be double like on this photo.
Lately, I gotten this cloud of film over my eyes. And the optometrist, and don't know why that is, because the level I'm on now is correct, but still, just like there's a little blur, and at first it was just on my right side, and now it's on my left side too. So it's, at least now it's symmetrical. Yeah. I am sensitive to light, so I always wear sunglasses when I'm outside, and I might wear them inside as well. I try to use Polaroid glasses because they are best at filtering the lights, and I'm considering getting filter glasses. I am sensitive to sound. Sound exerts me. So I used to be a music loving person. When I went to high school, I attended a music high school. And I spent hours upon hours every day studying music. Music was always part of my life. I used to walk with the beat and dance and sing. Now I can't. Sound, and especially music, makes me very sick. And in addition to music, sounds and background noise is very, it drains my energy. So to be outside, I always use earplugs that filters the background noise so that I can handle it for a longer period of time. I got orthostatic intolerance. That means I'm not very well at standing straight up and down. When I stand up, after a while my blood pressure will drop, and I will get dizzy, and if I stand too long without moving, I will pass out. Cognitive problems. Problems up here. I have cognitive problems. That means I can get this intense brain fog. And brain fog is when your brain is like a fog, also in the name. It feels like your head is stuffed with cotton, and the thought you want to grab hold of is outside of that cotton, and you're inside of it. And you have to just swim through the cotton to get the thought, and mostly it doesn't happen. I don't get it. Also, I have cognitive problems with memory. I have a short-term memory impairment, I will call it, which means I have very bad short-term memory. I forget what people say the minute they say it. I forget what I say the minute I said it. I forget my appointments. I forget what I'm supposed to do. Solution! I write it all down on my phone, in my calendar. Remember doctor's appointment. Remember to send that letter. It works quite well. Now you might wonder, how do you study? How do you get work done? Well, actually I managed to work out a technique where when I learn, I store it in a long-term memory. I don't know how I did that. It was something I had to learn when I started studying, and it works quite well. I get quite good grades. great, so I remember what I'm supposed to do. But it takes a little more energy and a little more processing for me to learn something. I really have to read it, write it down, read it, write it down. But in the end, it sticks, and it's probably going to be there forever. Well, I have sleep issues. I have problems falling asleep, and I have problems staying asleep. So, yeah, not a best combination of someone who's ill all the time and probably doesn't have a lot of energy. It's not a good combination because, you need sleep and stuff. Very many people think that having ME equals being tired all the time, so sleeping all the time. This is wrong. As I just said, I have sleep issues. I cannot actually fall asleep without taking pills for it. Once I ran out of my pills, and I didn't fall asleep until 5 o'clock in the morning. And I got to bed at 9:30. Because that's when I usually fall asleep. Yeah, that was horrible. In addition to that, I woke up at 6 again and couldn't fall asleep again. So yeah, that was bad. On a normal night, with my pills, I sleep from around 10 p.m. to about 9 a.m. every night. And yeah, if I do go to bed later, I will get up just as many times and just feel a lot worse in the morning. So no, sleeping less is not an option. I have a hyperactive bladder, so I will wake up 2, 3, 4 times to go pee. Still, this is when I'm medicated. If I'm not medicated, I will wake up at least once an hour, usually once half an hour, and I have to pee. And it's just not a feeling of having to pee. I actually have to pee a lot. And that's weird, because who pees that much at night? So while medicated, I usually get about 8 hours of sleep on those 10 hours of lying in bed. Before I got sick, I was a sleeper. I slept everywhere, anytime I wanted, and I could just close my eyes and it would go like 5 seconds and I was asleep. And I love sleeping. Sleep is like a drug to me. Sleeping is so good. And it's actually one of the things I really miss about being healthy. It's just lying down for a good night's sleep. In addition to sleeping every night, I of course have to lay down every day. I lay down about 2 to 3 hours every day. If I'm lucky, I get some sleep then. Usually I don't. I just lie there, counting the minutes, resting. Usually very boring, but I have to do it. Last but not least, both a symptom and a separate diagnosis, I got chronic widespread pain. Now what does that mean? Well, it's in the name, I got pain. I'm in pain all the time. Widespread means that it's spread all over and it doesn't have to be on the same place every time. My pain is usually connected to my joints. So finger joints, elbow joints is a bad one, neck, back, hips is a bad one. And the funny thing is that one day it's there and the next day it's not. And one day it's pain in my elbow and the next day it's pain in my back. So it's just a general symptom of imbalance, and yeah, it's just painful. So my pain also varies in intensity. Actually, the most painful time is the week before my period and during my period. Then the pain flares all over. And the best time is the week after my period. Like now, there's very little pain. There's still pain. I still do pain meds, but they work, while the pain meds don't work when I'm on the other 2 weeks. Hey, disclaimer. What I've been talking about in this video is all about me only. Other people would have other experiences with the same diagnosis or the same disease. Thank you for watching these 2 videos about my diagnosis. These 2 videos, including the first one, concludes my introduction videos. Hopefully, now we can start on the fun stuff. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in the next video.